Hi everyone, I'm Rob Friend.
And I'm Kate Chatzopoulos. Following on the last 3 operations demos we saw, and me being on stage last year talking about operations with Adam Watson and others from BNY Mellon. Adam was the charming Brit you just saw on stage. We talked about optimizing workflows that would enable more effective communication. It was the perfect segue into 2023 with a huge industry focus on T+1.
So for the audience, we've talked about T+1 today, but it's the recently adopted SEC rule that affects most US settled securities, moving the settlement date from 2 days, or T+2, down to 1 day.
Exactly. And this is forcing our customers to evaluate operating models and communication strategies. On a global level, our clients have less time to communicate cross-company around dispute resolution and exception management, especially in the UK, Europe, and APAC. With this in mind, the operations community cares about 3 things. The first, how to find the right person quickly and notify them of an exception. The second, how to and who to effectively communicate an escalation. And the third is around automation. So how to provide data to our clients at their fingertips and remove context switching between platforms.
So these are really important themes, and we already know that Symphony Chat is a great way for those urgent cross-firm issues that you want to get resolved. We saw from the demos just now how you can integrate Symphony into your applications with FIA Tech, BNY Mellon, and TaskGuides. And now, with the new Ops directory, we're going to show you how you can find that right group or person quickly.
This is a really big deal, Rob.
Yes, it is.
And as Mike has been saying throughout the day, speed, flexibility, and connectivity are key, especially for operations.
So why don't we give everyone a quick sneak peek of the Ops directory?
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Okay.
There we go.
So here, what you see on screen is the Ops directory, which you can not only access via browser, but also inside of Symphony.
There's actually a third way you can access the Ops directory, and that's if you're a technology or vendor, you can access it through our APIs. It's also important to know that you don't need to have a Symphony account in order to be able to access this.
This is a key point for the industry. We have removed the barrier to access. And this platform can also be used on top of email or any other communication channel. Should we put the Ops directory into action?
Yeah, shall we? Let's do that. Why don't we do that? Let's imagine I am the buy side. It's the end of my day. I've got an issue with equities settlements, and I want to reach out to my bank about an issue I've got. In the old days, what would I do? I would have contacted someone over there. I would have looked through an old contact spreadsheet they might have shared with me. Maybe I looked through an old email to find who I should send out that email to. And what I'd probably end up doing was creating a great big email with hundreds, well not hundreds, a lot of distribution lists, trying to just hit someone who can help me. But now, with the new Ops directory, I can just use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my broker-dealer. So I'm going to look for Symbank, and we'll bring that up. And what they've shared with me is all their operations group. So over on the far side, you can see the filters. So what we've done there is replaced all those horrible contact spreadsheets with a standardized taxonomy, so I can easily find things.
And why this taxonomy is so important, Rob, is because distribution lists are called different things across the street. So this tagging will be really helpful. Our clients can continue to call their distribution lists whatever they wish, and we'll standardize the search. This way, what these distribution lists will do, Rob, is eliminate you putting so many different groups on an exception management email.
So I won't spam the whole world next time. Okay. So let's do that. So we said I was looking for equities settlement. So if we pick equities on the right-hand side there, and then we look for the settlements function, then hopefully what we'll see is the groups I'm looking for. And there we can see the 3 groups. So I think it's the one in the middle that I'm looking for, the equity settlements for Europe. So we've clicked on that. And over here on the left-hand side, you can see there's the distribution list that I was looking for.
And you even have an escalation contact. You see here, Zachary would be the escalation, if Kate, friend, who seems to be your cousin, doesn't respond to you?
Yeah, you're right. Well, hopefully she will respond to me. So let's click on Kate, shall we? And so we can see here that Kate has shared also with me her email, her direct email, a phone number, and also a Symphony chat button. So Dave, if we can click a chat, let's see if my cousin is there to respond to me. Hopefully she can help out. Let's see.
What's really exciting about this initiative is that we have multiple customers in POC mode at the moment. And what that means is we are carefully building their profiles of their operations organizations, and when they're ready, our customers will be permissioning them out to their internal stakeholders as well as their external customers.
So that's a great segue, Kate. That's probably enough of us telling you how great Ops Directory is. Why don't we bring on some real advocates? Please welcome onto the stage Vanessa from JP Morgan and Prajit from JP Morgan Asset Management. Welcome, guys. Great to have you here.
Great to have you.
It's great to have you guys here. Vanessa, you have a robust communication strategy underway at JP Morgan. Tell us why it was so important for you to be here today.
Well, I mean, if I just put everything into context, we have a markets operations team of 6,000 people, and we have 1,700 mailboxes. So they are mailboxes that are operated by teams within the markets operations groups. We have done a little bit of analysis, and we have 15 million emails received and sent every single month. So for us, it's very, very important to understand what is basically waste or noise within those emails. And this is when it could be a client or even an internal group not knowing who to contact and sending the email to 10 different mailboxes. So someone in a team has to actually read the email and decide, oh, it's not for me. So with Ops Directory, we are hoping to diminish the number of emails that will reach our mailboxes and reduce the number of emails as well as the turnaround time that we respond to clients.
Thank you.
Great. Prajit, you're on the buy side in the operations strategy world. Do you want to tell us a bit about your role and where Symphony fits in that strategy?
Yeah, so I'm in Ops Strategy and Transformation team in JP Morgan Asset Management, and part of my job is to make sure that I enhance the in-house Spectrum application for our operational teams, right? So I'm the business group owner for close to 1,000 colleagues who at one point in their day-to-day activities need to reach out to counterparts in different teams, different regions or functions. So Ops Directory is something that when it was introduced sounded like a great idea. So happy to be on board with the POC.
Great.
Thank you both. Your points are well taken and very similar sentiment to what I heard at the SIFMA annual conference in Orlando last week. We were invited because we're taking a lead on this important initiative for the industry. Now, Vanessa, tell us how a unified taxonomy will help connect the dots on fails, breaks, and operations issues.
So I would say if you think about it, taxonomy for our teams should be common sense. But actually, it's not, and that's why teams are receiving around 40% of emails that are not for them. So we are trying to standardize our team's classification, for example, by line of business, a product type, asset class, region, so that we have a common denomination for all our mailboxes, and the operations directory will help anyone find the right contact for the query they have.
Great. And Prajit, on your side, how do you see the Ops Directory helping with you and how you interact with your service providers?
Well, the Ops Directory would be ideal in the sense that exactly what Vanessa just said. Getting to the right people at the right time would help save time, make the process a lot more streamlined, and it would enhance the ability for us to integrate Symphony capabilities into our in-house workflow team. So if I was to use an example, we could have our Spectrum workflow application interact with CIB's OTM in a way that we can have that streamlined connectivity between the two workflow platforms without the use of emails and keeping the audit trail intact.
Perfect.
This is all music to my ears. I would love to stay and chat more and talk about this, but it was an absolute pleasure having you on stage today. And for the audience, if you'd like to get involved in this important initiative for operations, please come find Rob and I at the bar or message us later on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.